All right, so look, I know it's been a minute since I created content. You know what I'm saying? I had to, I had to focus on school, focus on life, being a parent, being a partner. You know what I'm saying? What finally pushed me over the edge was like, all right, look, my setup ain't back together. I ain't got everything together. I'm using my phone camera right now. What made me want to like get back into content today is because I see a large group of people being manipulated, and it's super frustrating to see. So I ain't gonna lie, I've watched Abba preach for years. I watched their content for years, and to see Abba manipulate people in this light is kind of crazy, especially when you see so many people sort of like making excuses for everything that he does, and like constantly just no matter what he says, it's like we're gonna just view it from his angle, and we're gonna allow him to make these women out to be villains, and that he's innocent no matter. And I know he's, he throws it out there, oh, I'm not innocent, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? Great manipulation tactic that a lot of people falling for. Well, he said he's not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't know what's going on, let me break it down to you. Basically, Libby, the first chick, she came out. Now, I don't know all the chicks' name. I know Libby name because she was the first one, and she like caused like the biggest stir. But Libby came out, and Libby basically exposed Abba to as like this abuser. Now, obviously, when we got the facts or whatever, let's just keep it a buck. They both was in a toxic relationship, and they both did dirt to each other. Libby lied, Abba lied. There are too many instances of both of them showing text messages of the other person being dishonest. So we can all agree that Libby was not the greatest person to come forth and expose Abba for being a terrible partner. But if somebody's a terrible partner, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're terrible partners all the time. I don't care. Like, genuinely, I don't care. The problem was we discounted Libby and we say, okay, Libby got pregnant with Abba's baby. Abba said, yo, are you keeping it? Are you getting rid of it? I'm going to support you. Libby kept going back and forth about our decision. And Abba, like, basically got on board. Like, I just don't want to deal with you. I want to cut you off entirely. Now, I interpreted the information that we got a little bit different. I think that when Libby was willing to be with Abba, Abba was, like, fine with it. But it looked like, based off of the text message that we saw, that basically when Abba couldn't have Libby anymore, and it was like, okay, we're going to have a separated family and we can't be together, I don't want it. F you and that baby. What's that video? Bro said F you and Lamar Johnson Jr. Whatever. When you saying F's baby in the doorway. You know what I'm saying? But not to make light of it. But basically he said F you and that baby when it didn't work out. But we looked at Libby and said Libby is a terrible, terrible person to be exposing somebody because she planned a coordinated attack. She contacted all these YouTubers. She lied and like planted under the guise of, hey, I'm just trying to get somebody's opinion. When in reality, she was trying to expose him and lay the groundwork before she came out. So she was calculated and it was apparent. And it made all of us kind of see the situation and be like, nah, I don't trust this Libby chick, right? But along this thing, there was like some chinks in the armor where Abba was talking about I had a low sperm count and I can't get people pregnant and, blah, blah, just this garbage that he's feeding, right? So low sperm count don't equal no sperm count. We're adults. We know this. So then the next chick come along and she said she got pregnant by him too. So it's like, hold on, Abba, hold on. You telling me that you was telling Fresh that you can't use abortions as birth control and all of this stuff. You playing this moral high ground, rules for thee and not for me, but you're doing the same thing. You got one chick pregnant and another chick pregnant with low sperm count, back-to-back chicks. So then another escort come out, right? And to be honest, I don't even care about her. I don't even want to talk about her that long. I don't care. Some sex worker, whatever, claims to, her and Abba's going back and forth. She kind of made it more than what it was. Who cares? Like, I just don't care. Like, I ain't trying to disrespect sex workers. That's y'all business. I don't care. But, like, I just don't care about her. There was no baby. If he was a terrible partner, I just don't care about people being terrible partners. Leave them. Move on. Let's go do our own business. I don't care about that, right? But when you are the moral high ground, you're pointing your finger at everybody and you're saying this person need to do this person should do this, this person should do this. Fresh, you should have did this. Let's dunk on Fresh for 4 months and let's do videos with Daisy and bring this chick online who was clearly lying and clearly scamming. Let's bring her online, and now I'm all in a business. But when it comes to him, he's like, well, y'all didn't even scrutinize her, blah blah. You don't scrutinize people. You see some drama and you jump on it every single time. That's why people on your ass. But okay, let's keep going. Let's push the story forward. So all right, So the second chick, am I on the second? It's so many damn chicks. Okay, no, the fourth chick. Now we're on another chick, right? So it's two baby mamas who didn't keep the kid, another chick that we don't even give a damn about, and then there's another chick that comes out and says that she's pregnant by Apple. There's three baby mamas, and now I seen stuff with people saying that's four baby mamas. I ain't seen the fourth baby mama. I just seen people saying it's four baby mamas. But you telling me, Mr. Low Sperm Count, you got three chicks pregnant, right? So, what is my problem with Abba in this situation? One, you are exactly who you laugh at. You are exactly who you talk trash about with Fresh and Fit. You are exactly them. And let's make it clear, I'm not a Fresh and Fit fan, because I know some people are going to see this and be like, oh, here come another one of the Fresh and Fit fans or whatever. I don't respect them. I don't respect anything they got going on. I don't respect Myron, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Abba's being a hypocrite. Now, what bothers me the most about the whole situation is Abba keeps doing live streams talking about Libby. Like, this dude did like 2 or 3 live streams now. I think it was 2 live streams in a video. I think he's addressed this 3 times. You addressed this 3 times, and all of this stuff is going on, and you keep trying to scrutinize the timeline between you dating Libby and the second chick. This is the only thing that Abba wants to discuss publicly, right? Now let me give you a scenario, and this is why Abba is manipulating you guys, and I can't believe so many people are falling for it. I'm gonna give you a hypothetical. Let's say my wife came to me and said, I know you cheated on me on Tuesday. Like, let's say she accused me of 3 things. She accused me of cheating, she accused me of doing it on a Tuesday, and she came out and said I was beating her up. Like, these are the 3 things that she accused me of, right? So instead of me addressing me cheating, baby mamas, instead of me addressing the elephant in the room, I'm going to address the one thing that I can disprove is that I didn't cheat on her last Tuesday. Baby, I was at Sam's Club. I went to work. I went to the gym. Like, look at these. Look at my Google Maps. I can't trick Google Maps, baby. I'm hyper focusing on the things that I can disprove while ignoring or glossing over the fact of the big elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is you're a hypocrite, bro. The elephant in the room is you may have had 3 women get pregnant within a year span, and you're running around telling people that you got a low sperm count, but you also tried to crucify Fresh from Fresh and Fit. And I don't care about Fresh, right? He a lame. I don't care about Fresh. But the thing is, you tried to crucify him for doing the exact same thing. That's the problem. That's the reason why people on your heels, Abba. It's not because, oh, well, you were a bad partner. We really care about you dating these chicks, or you may have cheated on these chicks. We really care. Don't nobody care about that. Address the elephant in the room. So then today he made a video. Is this still recording? Hold on, because the front cut off. All right. So then he did the video today, and he like talks about Libby's timeline for like 30 minutes. And at the end of the video, he talking about, well, you know, because of the situation, I wasn't the best, and what I went through mentally, you know, a woman saying she gonna keep the baby and get rid of the baby. I was moving reckless. I wasn't in the right mindset. So you telling me your solution to, yeah, you know, we dealt with an abortion, so, you know, it hurt me so much, I went on and had 2 more women get abortions. Did that sound right in y'all mind? Does that sound right in y'all head? Like, yo, why are y'all justifying this? So then, like, you go to the subreddit. First off, you go to his page. I'm actually surprised that people cooking him now, because on the new video, it is people actually holding him accountable. But before this, he's been accused of scrubbing comments because it was just way too many positive comments and not enough criticism for blatantly obvious lies, or him doing like manipulation tactics, or, you know, Abba saying, oh, well, since you're going to talk about my sex life, I'm a king shame you and I'm going to talk about your sex life. When clearly she did not talk about his sex life. When Saint the Sinner started digging into Abba's sex life, Libby was not trying to reveal anything. Libby's like, yo, I don't know about that. I never saw him do butt play. But you know what? I kind of don't want to talk about this. And he came out and told his audience that she was talking about his sex life when she said, I don't want to talk about his sex life. And then when Saint the Sinner pressed her about it, she still was like kind of, yo, I don't know about that. I ain't in the butt stuff. That's not my thing. But she never confirmed anything. She actually stood up for you in that instance. And I'm not trying to say Libby's a good person and try to cape for her, because like I said, Libby is batshit crazy. I think it's good that they don't have a fucking child together. But at the same time, you're not gonna manipulate me or like act like we're stupid. And it's sad because, like, as somebody who's watched this channel for years, it's weird watching people be stupid. Like, people are watching this dude play the manipulation game, and they're caping for him. Like, I don't see the issue. Why do we care about who's Abba's dating? And it's like, it's not about the dating, idiot. If you get accused of 3 things, like, I don't want to hear you addressing the least important. Like answer this for me. What's the biggest elephant in the room? Getting 3 chicks pregnant and telling you got low sperm count and having to get abortions. You cheating on them. and whatever else you done did. Tell me, where do these rank, right? Wouldn't it make sense to address the elephant in the room, the thing that's the biggest problem? It's like, come on, man. And then like I saw his name like Watts something. I got look, because I've seen his channel only a few times. I'm not subbed to him, but I see him pop in my feed sometimes, because obviously I watch Abin preach, so it shows in the feed or whatever. And he popped in my lives, in my suggested again, like he occasionally does. And I'm watching him run defense for Abba yesterday, like kind of ridiculous, bro. Like it was the craziest meat sucking I ever seen in my life. Basically, he live streamed Abba's defense to the cheating allegations, and like was showing basically text messages, and the only thing that he hyper focused on was basically these dates don't line up, and I'm not gonna get into Abba's medical records, but he basically ran defense for Abba for a year. And these dudes are so disingenuous, bro. And it's kind of the reason why I was like, I'm gonna do a video, because I was kind of disgusted with the space watching the people who support Abba dick suck and protect him when he has done something morally wrong. Is crazy. Like, and then you say, oh well, like Watts kept saying, this is really none of my business, I don't want to talk about it no more. When it's like, if it's none of your business and you don't want to talk about it, why was you talking about it when the girl came out and you wanted to defend Apple? Why was you talking about it when Stevie Knight made a video about her interviewing the girl? Why would you jump on the bandwagon and trying to laugh at Stevie Knight? Why are you doing these things if these things ain't your business? Like, I like when people try to like do bullshit where it's like they try to play the game. And this what bothers me the most too. We look at Myron, we look at Fresh and Fit, we look at that red pill space, and we can understand that we see hypocrisy, right? We see no matter what people do, if they in Myron's friend space, he's going to defend them, and it's nasty. Like that dude, Clavicular, whatever the hell dude name is, it's kind of hard to keep up with all this nonsense. I've been trying to be off the internet for the most part, but this shit been going crazy. But that dude, Myron, has defended him. Myron has defended Nick Fuentes. He's defended all these different people when they are clearly in the wrong. How are you defending a pedophile? You know what I'm saying? So, like, we watch the red pill space and go, these dudes stick together no matter what and defend this shit. And we laughed at the hypocrisy in that space. And then we turned around, and here is the hypocrisy in this space. Y'all doing the exact same shit. Like, that watch dude, like, bro, you lame as hell. Like, that shit crazy. Like, where I'm from, you lame as hell. Like, if it was don't pull no, I'm a defend Abba, I'm a be in this shit, I'm a dick suck, I'm a talk. And then when it comes out of Abba did some nut ass shit, it's like, I don't really want to talk about it because I don't care, guys. It's not my business. Well, bitch, it wasn't your business from the jump. Don't speak on it. That's like me. That's like me speaking on this shit right now, right? And then come to find out, like a few months from now, they did DNA, which obviously the baby's gone. They can't do DNA testing. But like, let's say if these babies was kept, they did DNA testing, and it wasn't Abba's babies, right? And then I came back and was like, bro, it's not my business. Y'all be like, bro, you was just passionate about the shit, yapping about it a month ago. What you mean it's not your business? And it's the same thing here. Like, if you could turn the mic on, turn the camera on, and talk about this shit and defend one side, when you find out you're wrong, just say you're wrong. Like, bro, I laughed at Stevie Knight when he dropped the first video. I was like, oh, this motherfucker goofy. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the first chick crazy as hell, you helping her out like you lame as hell. But when the facts came out that Abba a habitual sperm donor, you know what I'm saying, and a baby deleter, which I'm pro-choice, but I'm just saying, you a habitual of these things, you know what I'm saying? I was able to revisit my stance and say, you know what? Hey, I thought Stevie took an L. Maybe he took a W this time, right? That's the part of being a man, accountability. You can say, you know what, I fucked up sometimes. But to say, like, it's none of my business, like, just watching the people dick suck Apple in this space is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, like, do not be manipulated. Hold bro feed to the flames. Like, if you could hop in Libby comments and talk shit to Libby, and you can hop in Stevie Knight comments, talk shit to him, hop in Fresh and Fit comments and talk shit to them, do the same shit to Abba. That's all I'm saying. Do the exact same shit to him. Because it's kind of ironic. Like, even if you go into the Reddit, the subreddit, and you type Abba's name, you type in Abba, and then you filter it to the post from the last week, there's no post. There's no post. They're literally on Reddit right now defending and scrubbing all posts to Abba. So if you post about Abba and you don't post it in that fucking thread and you try to say some shit about it, they're blocking the post. They have to approve that shit for it to go through. Watching everybody defend this motherfucker is crazy. Like, this, bro, this some, like, yo, I ain't saying he Epstein, like, cause he ain't take no shit from nobody, but it's crazy. Like, you get to watch how people could be weird or do some questionable shit, and you go, how the hell did they get away with it? Because everybody liked them and protected them. That's how you can have a fucking Epstein Island. That's how you can have fucking Diddy parties. And you can have all these things going on because you had people protecting them. Right? When Cassidy Cassie, when that video came out and she got kicked in the head, somebody had that video this whole time. But now it's coming out. The same thing with the David and Celeste situation. And I kind of want to do a video about that with the David and Celeste video. Bro, it was hella people around him looking at this little ass girl around him, pretending like they didn't know that was a little kid. Come on, bro. What we doing? What we doing? Why are we caping for idiots? Why are we caping for losers? And if Apple came out just like, I did this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hypocrite, bro. Like, I'm human. I'm a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about this shit like, then cool. It's all good. It's all good. We be hypocritical sometimes. I'm pretty sure both of us can point out an example of me being hypocritical. But like the dick sucking, you know what I'm saying? You know, if I could put that in the title without getting my shit removed or flagged, I definitely would. But the amount of dick sucking that's happening in this community is crazy. And like as a grown man that ain't into that shit, like it's weird. But you know what I'm saying? Thank you for your time, man. I appreciate y'all watching the video. I'm sorry I ain't been back in a while, but this shit is nutty. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good day. I'm out, man.